Good morning, everybody. This is Genita Mason, Medical Director, Light Medicine Ministries. Yesterday I said that I was going to talk about inflammation. I changed my mind because you know what? It's better to walk you through the periodic table because that actually intuitively shares how important each level is, from gases, liquids, then solids. Okay, so I'm going to talk about water today because it actually is one of my pet peeves as well. Of course, go by this. How long can you last without air? That's how important the gases is. Everybody forgets about hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and the carbon gases, okay? The gases are extremely important in how you take care of yourself and off gas. The food you eat contribute to your gas balance, the gases balance. These are very important because they are the first step in the ions getting together, such as hydrogen actually pulls in the hydrogen-oxygen combo, actually creates the liquids, the water, okay, H2O, that actually starts constructing the ions from the elements, from the dense elements, okay? That's why we have to break down the elements into ions, electrolytes, so that the body can use them at that stage in water to build the crystals, the crystalline structures that we are, okay? So water, extremely important, okay? So like I said yesterday, I've done years of live blood cell analysis. And when people are dehydrated, not only are they extremely acidic, which sets up, the stage for all kinds of health conditions, adverse health conditions, but when you're looking under the microscope, there's a condition called rouleau. And rouleau is when the red blood cells actually stack very tightly on top of each other and travel in these clusters, okay? Fatigue is actually one of the hallmark symptoms of dehydration, actually. So because, now get this, when the red blood cells are stacked on top of each other like that, I actually have before and after of a client that came in. One day I'll share those. In fact, in the article that I write to follow up with this video, I will share those pictures because it really gives you when you can see it, you can understand it better, okay? But anyway, so those red blood cells are stacked on top of each other very tightly. There's only about 20% of the real estate around the edges, which is also compacted, and there's pressure on it, right? Pressure on those cells, so they're not really receiving much. How much can you receive when there's all this pressure, right? When humans are under pressure, they're not very receptive, right? So microcosm mirrors the macrocosm kind of stuff. So anyway, so that's what happens when you're dehydrated. So not only is your blood, clumping around in these actual molecular clumps, which, cannot get, the brain is a microcirculatory. Once the jugular delivers the blood to the brain, it just branches out into these microcirculatory sort of networks. And any kind of inflammation, which we'll talk about soon, but anyway, so you got these clusters that can't get into, dehydration actually is a stepping stone, one of the big ones, to neurodegenerative disease. That combined with inflammation, how much blood flow and oxygen do you think you're getting to your brain? So anyway, so these big clumps are, they can't get into the outer layers of the brain and this and that, and then the brain starts dying, right? Wherever there's not energy, light, oxygen, blood flow, hydration, things start dying, right? So there you go. So anyway, and then when you alkalize and when you take care of yourself, your diet, have an alkaline diet, so there's lots of electron flow, so there's a difference of potential between the red blood cells, and plenty of insulation so that they're not sticking together like that. Then you have these beautiful, in a clean plasma, you have these beautiful red blood cells singularly floating around doing their job 100%. So dehydration is the precipice. It's a condition that causes all kinds. It just chokes up. Where there's no water, there's no crystals, there's no repair and replication, okay? It takes first water and then the energy and the attraction of the different electrolytes and ions to start building those crystals from, water on down to the, atomically, the atomic weight has everything to do with it as well, to the simpler, and actually they're sacred geometric shape. So So it's just also very interesting. So very interesting. So anyway, please, please, please do not drink dead water. We evolved on river water. River water, river water, river. You can't even drink rainwater. It's, you know, I tested rainwater. There's no TDS. It's condensated. You know, everything is, it's a condensation of the oceans that, you know, makes clouds and then falls onto the earth, goes down rivers to pick up all of the electrolytes and ions and the rock the minute microcosmic minute ions from the rocks and the soil and whatnot, so that you have those building blocks for your crystalline structure. Okay, water, please, so important. Without it, how do you can't go from gases to dense matter, right? You need that water in between, okay? That's what it does. If it wasn't important, we wouldn't be 70, 80, 90% of it, you know? So, you know, they say 75%, but you know, there's some, you know, interesting science coming out that we're even more when you look at all the structures and how much they are of water. Anyway, so that's, dehydration is huge, huge, huge. So please reconstitute your water. Check out my channel on brighteon.com. I'm moving over there because now I've been censored. They're starting to look at me again on YouTube, and I'm just, you know, I'm not even going to play the game. I'm just going to stick with the Health Rangers Brighteon platform, where I know I'll be safe for times to come, and it's not, you know, I'm not, you know, being watched and regulated. I'm just tired of that game. I've been playing it for 15 years, man. If you don't like what I got to say, just turn off the channel. Bam! Anyway, folks, have a lovely day. This is Genita Mason, Medical Director at Light Medicine Ministries. www.lightmedicineministries.com if you want to reach us directly. Retreats at lightmedicineministries.com. We hold those 7-day intensive retreats where I replenish everything that your body is missing so that you are a clear channel for light flow, healing, and health. And the number is 877-285-9266. Take care of yourself. Number one, you are number one. Take care of yourself and have a lovely day. Bye.